When people think of addiction, they usually imagine somebody physically dependent on a substance, like somebody who can't function without it. But I honestly think there are loads of people who aren't addicted to the drug itself. They're addicted to what the drug temporarily allows them to feel, like connection and confidence, escape, relief, belonging. And I know this because I used to be like that myself. Like in my early 20s, I went out basically every weekend to like techno clubs, after parties, after parties, drugs, no sleep. Um, and I'd start sometimes at like 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, and I wouldn't finish until 5 p.m. the next day, often. Because after the main clubs would shut, we'd go to an after party or somebody else's place during the day on Sundays. And honestly, at the time, I thought I was just having fun. Well, that's what I told myself anyway. And parts of it were genuinely fun. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I hated all of it because I didn't. Uh, when I was high, I felt connected to people in a way that I struggled to feel sober. Like I'd see the same familiar faces every weekend and just everybody hugging each other, talking on a really, really deep level, feeling emotional and just feeling alive. And for a few hours, it genuinely felt like everybody loved each other. Like I felt more confident, I felt more social, more accepted. It was like all the anxiety and self-consciousness and loneliness temporarily disappeared. And suddenly I could just exist normally around people. And I think that was what I was really addicted to. Not the MDMA itself, not ketamine or weed, which I really hated anyway. Um, Not the nightlife. I was addicted to the feeling of finally escaping myself for a little while. Because when you feel anxious or disconnected or emotionally overwhelmed a lot of the time, relief becomes incredibly powerful. Like you stop chasing pleasure and start chasing release instead, which are two very different things. And I think a lot of people do this in different ways. Like some people do it with alcohol every weekend. Some people do it with drugs. Some people do it with sex or partying or gambling or just dopamine in general, chasing dopamine. It's that it's that feeling of I just need to get out of my head for a while. And honestly, looking back now, I think I was destroying my body in the name of connection and relief because I wanted those feelings so badly. I wanted to feel included and I wanted to feel close to people. I wanted to feel like I belonged somewhere. And for a while, the drugs and the partying gave me that illusion. But over time, something started changing. Like my body slowly started rejecting it. And the anxiety got worse. The come downs got worse. The stimulation became way too much. And eventually, the partying stopped even feeling good anymore. And that's the weird part. Like, I'd still go out, still take things, still chase the same feeling, but more and more often, I was actually uncomfortable the entire time. Like overstimulated, anxious, disconnected. It's like I was wanting relief from the thing that I was using for relief in the first place, which made no sense. And I think that's when I started realizing something was wrong. Because if you're still forcing yourself to go out every weekend, even after it stops feeling good, then clearly something deeper is happening psychologically. It wasn't even excitement anymore at that point. It was dependency on escape. And I think modern life actually creates loads of people like this now. People who feel emotionally trapped inside themselves during the week and then spend the whole weekend just desperately trying to transform into something or somebody else for a few hours. Like somebody more confident, more connected, and who feels more alive, less anxious, less self-aware. And then Monday comes and everything collapses again, and you do the whole thing all over again. And honestly, I don't judge people for this at all, by the way, because I understand it. I understand it very deeply. I know what it feels like to crave relief so badly that you'll sacrifice your health and your nervous system just to temporarily feel okay. But eventually my body basically forced me to stop. The panic got worse, the anxiety got worse, my nervous system just completely burned out, and I haven't touched any of it in years now, and I never will again. Not because I think I'm morally superior or enlightened or anything like that, but because eventually I realized I wasn't actually chasing drugs. I was chasing temporary freedom from myself. And I think that's what a lot of addiction really is, actually, underneath everything else. Not necessarily loving the substance itself, but loving the brief moment where your loneliness disappears and your anxiety goes away and your self-consciousness fades. And just for a few hours, you finally feel connected to life and other people again.